And guess what? I do all this alone. Yeah. Just alone. I ain't got nobody. That's where the comes from. I ain't got nobody to push to this level. That's my darkness.
Is the most dangerous person in the world is a man that is broken and alone.
One sentence I always remember again. Along the way to mastery, you walk the way alone.
Learn to say you to the world every once in a while. You have every right to.
It's been a long, long fight for 4 years. You all doubted me, so I couldn't do it. They all said I couldn't do it. Look at me now.
This is my time.
What's your straight up, brutal work ethic? You have to be willing to outwork everybody in the world.
Fear is not real.
So being fearless means putting yourself out there and going for it. No matter what, go for it. Not for anybody else, but for yourself.
That hurt, you know? And I think that flipped this switch in me where I was like, okay, you watch this.
A quote that I absolutely adore. Your haters are out there holding their breath, waiting for you to fail. Make sure they suffocate.
Everyone does a few reps where the burn starts and they stop. No one goes the extra mile. It keeps going. Like no one's in here right now. Why? Because it's Saturday evening, everyone's going to party, no one's in here, just me. You know, no one goes the extra mile. The thing about traffic jams, guys, there are no traffic jams in the last mile of the race. It's just you and your shadow.
I fought for it because no one gave it to me, because it was just me alone in the gym, me alone in the mirror, me alone in my head. No one did it for me. I worked for it, and I'm never going to let someone else take that from me.
It's okay. No, 2 hours. Life is heavy too.
A lot of times these fights and these battles, you gotta be your own coach, you gotta be your own motivator. In the battle, you find peace. When you go to war with yourself, you find a lot of peace.
There's times where you're gonna have to do it alone. There's not gonna be any team support. There's not gonna be any family support. There's not gonna be any friend support. There's gonna be times where you've got to go and do it yourself, and you gotta do it alone. And those are the times that make a difference. Those are the times that count. Those are the times where you have to dig deep yourself to get the job done. And if you can make that happen, you will win.
It's a lonely dungeon because you don't want to do this shit alone every day. I'm praying this hard by yourself. Come on, man. Yeah. And this is, you see me breathing heavy? Exactly. So imagine the level I go to. Yeah.
How can you beat someone who cannot f***ing quit? How can you beat someone who every time they go through a hard time, they get better and they get stronger instead of getting weaker and getting demoralized? How can you beat someone who looks back on all the tests that they've had and said, yeah, that wasn't shit, dude. Bring it the f*** on.
Never fear a storm. Learn to dance in the rain.
The only thing that changes your DNA is discipline.
Yes.
Discipline is the only thing that changes your DNA, man. There's no luck in this game, man. There may be a little bit of luck, but the luck happens after you bust your ass and you put yourself in that lucky situation. Luck doesn't happen. You put yourself in that situation where luck might happen.
Go do something that's hard. Go try and accomplish something that's hard. You may win, you may lose, you may succeed, you may fail. I'll tell you what, you'll be better.
People struggle to do things alone. And the path of the exceptional person is one of an exception, which means that you are not with other people.
Never say you can't do it. Say I haven't done it yet.
Just get up. Move towards that challenge, whatever that challenge is. Move towards that challenge and go attack it.
I love this stuff. This is what gives me energy. Saying I'm gonna do something. Putting it out there for the world to see, and then going out and doing it. There's no better feeling in the world than that. And it's as easy as that. Say what you're gonna do and go and do it.
Well, I saw all the big players and I say, if they can do it, I can do it. And that's the mentality. If somebody else can do it, you can do it. And I said to myself, I will do it and I will do it better.
What's an advice people should follow?
Don't die with a dream, die with a story.
Yeah, from nothing to something to everything. So that's where I am right now.
What do you say to those viewers that don't pursue their dreams and are locked in their careers because they are too afraid to take risks and pursue something meaningful?
Well, the first thing I would say is, well, you should be afraid of taking risks and pursuing something meaningful. But you should be more afraid of staying where you are if it's making you miserable.
I thought to myself, if it's this hard now, when I have no kids, I have no wife, I have no stakes, it's going to be nearly impossible for me to do later. And so I was like, I have to do it now.
I would tell you this, dude, go psycho in the gym. Go psycho, become an elite shape, elite, and build your freaking mindset up to be absolute a savage, unbreakable. Don't maintain, okay? Never quit. Don't maintain. You have no idea how dangerous you can become and get better every day. So a lot of people are just maintaining. Like, I'm maintaining what I was doing yesterday and I'm doing better than most, so that's good. Screw that, dude. I want to destroy that dude yesterday. If you meet me next week, okay, and you met me today, next week you're gonna be like, damn, dude, you freaking leveled up since last week.
I don't tell people that they're okay the way they are. No, I say, no, you could be way more than you are.
You started 2025, you say you're gonna be the best that you can be, you say you're gonna chase some dreams, you say you're gonna get rid of the distractions. It's April. What have you done so far? Who can you blame other than yourself? What have you done so far? Make sure you lock in for the rest of the year. All because you didn't lock in for the first quarter, for the second quarter. Just make sure you lock in for the rest of the year. Okay? All it takes is a few months of hard work and dedication, a few years of it actually. But it starts now, literally.
Smart don't come out of books, kid. Smart is making the right decision at the right time. Like now.
There is no excuse for not being the hardest worker. Yeah, someone might be bigger, stronger, faster, or quicker, younger, whatever else, but there is no excuse to not be the hardest f***ing worker there. And when you believe that you had the ability to do something, that the life that you're living right now is going down this direction, you f***ing hate where it is, there is nothing else to do but to change direction. A belief that I cannot go that way anymore, I gotta go this way. And what do you have to lose? You know the outcome if you continue the same shit.
There is a period in everybody's journey where they are so different because they've started to do new things that they no longer fit in with their old set of friends. But they're not sufficiently developed that they've gained their new set of friends. And they're unsure. Should I go back? Should I lean back into getting a bag in with the boys on a weekend? Is that the highest, way that I can live my life passion forward? Because that's what everybody else does. And all of my friends are taking the piss. Oh, not drinking again. Too good for us, are we? Not going out again this week. Oh, okay. Well, enjoy staying in home and reading. You nerd. So you're going to feel the pain of being ostracized from the group of friends that you used to have. But you're stuck in this messy middle where you haven't yet worked out who you are on the other side of this. And that lonely chapter that's in the middle is something that I would say almost nobody that I've ever met who has gone from a place where they are to a place where they want to be hasn't gone through.
But as you grow, you lose certain homies because it's called closing the gap. This is the gap when we start. This is the gap as you grow. Notice how you grow and they don't. So how do you close the gap? You gotta come back down. When you come back down, you lose. So you gotta keep going up. That's why closing that gap gotta be them catching up to you. And if they don't catch up, you gotta leave them behind because you getting to the point now where you gotta start cutting out.
And this is the part that got me. Trees don't hang around with the grass, even though they all started from the same place.
I'm alone and look at me. There's nobody around me. Nobody likes me, man. It is what it is. Sometimes in life, people are not gonna be around you to motivate you. They're not gonna be around you to push you, to celebrate you, to applaud you. You gotta do it on your own. That's what I'm doing right now.
When you fail, don't blame your mom, don't blame your dad, don't blame teachers. The only person you have to blame is yourself.
This quote hit me in my chest. Usain Bolt said, I trained 4 years to run 9 seconds.
world record's gone!
And people give up when they don't see results in 2 months.
Do it when you feel like it. Do it when you don't.
Do it for yourself. Do it for those important to you.
Do it for those who doubt you.
Do it when you are motivated. Do it, even when you feel like quitting. Do it because you said you would. Do it because nobody else will. Do it for the dream you refuse to give up on.
Do it for the life you know you deserve.
No fear, no holding back.
No excuses and no hesitation.
What I've learned is to always keep going. Always, you know.
Is that if you want some kind of a good outcome, you're gonna have to work hard for it. and if you don't work hard for something, you're not gonna get an outcome that's really worth much.
That you have to struggle. You have to struggle. The bigger the struggle, the bigger the peace. The bigger the suffering, the more peace.
No matter what happens, the storm eventually ends. And when the storm does end, you want to make sure that you're ready.
If you had to create a human, what would you put them through to make them tough? It probably wouldn't be a really chill life.
Yeah.
What would you put them through to make them patient? Well, you probably wouldn't give them things immediately. And so it's like we want these traits, but each of the traits has a price tag attached to it. And it's just like, do you want to pay the price tag to get the thing? And so I think if people reframe the period of life that they're going through as the price that they're paying out of their wallet, but the wallet is their time, is the seconds of life that they're trading for it, then I think more people will be willing to make the trade. Like when I'm 80 something years old and I'm looking back on my life, I want to have these traits. But in order to have those traits, I know I have to go through these things. And I think for me, that's given me a lot of comfort in hard times.
Sometimes life is like this dark tunnel. You can't always see the light at the end of the tunnel. But if you just keep moving, you will come to a better place.
Are you saying you're tired? Good. That's where the real work begins.
Do you feel like giving up? Perfect. That's when you learn what you're truly capable of.
Growth doesn't happen when it's easy. It happens when every part of you wants to quit, but you push forward anyway.
This is where it starts. In this struggle. In this moment.
And not tomorrow. Not when it's convenient or easier.
So show the world what you're made of.
It's time to shape the person you're destined to become.
Maybe I can just slow down here. I'll do like an extra 2 sets tomorrow. You know, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Right? That sort of stuff.
Yes.
Like that stuff's dangerous.
Yes.
And that's, you just gotta say, you know what? I'm not negotiating with myself.
Yeah.
The deal was already made. The deal was made. When I set out at the beginning of the summer and said, this is the training plan I'm doing, I signed that contract with myself, I'm doing it. You know, throughout that process, you'll start talking to yourself like, man, I think I need to, maybe if we, nope.
At the end of the day, you've got to feel some way. So why not feel unbeatable? Why not feel untouchable? Why not feel like the best to ever do it?
What kind of music do you like?
I want to be Mr. Olympia one day. I won't let anything stop me from accomplishing this goal. I've been training for this competition every moment of my entire life. 2016 Grand Prix Dayton, Ohio, judge told me I had small deltoids, said they needed work. So what I worked them day and night until they were perfect. No sport on the earth requires as much time, energy, and commitment. 24 hours a day. There's no days off, there's no missing meals, there's no missing sleep, there's no missing workouts. We can't do this at 90% or even 99%. Take it from me, if you're not 100%, you will never be successful. You gotta burn the boats and burn the bridges and commit all energy and focus to being the greatest bodybuilder on the entire planet. The body is not used to the 9th or 10th or 11th or 12th rep. No, you've gotta go through this pain barrier and just go on and on and on and on. And it's these last 2, 3, or 4 repetitions. That's what makes the muscle grow. And that's what separates one from being a champion, one from not being a champion. This is what most people lack, the guts to just go in there and say, I don't care what happens. If I fall, I have no fear. I've thrown up many times while working out, but it doesn't matter. It's all worth it. Jump in the trenches, face the enemy. This is the most important thing I will ever do.
You need a day
a good day where you get moving and you get your legs pumping and you get huffing and puffing and you get your heart rate up and you sweat, and then afterwards you feel great and you go, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you got 15 days in a row. And the next thing you know, you're down 10 pounds.
That's
And the
right.
next thing you know, you're cutting off on the booze and you're eating good. And now you're joining a gym and you're starting to do chin-ups and shit. You're getting in shape and you look way better and you feel better.
That's it.
You make better choices.
Yeah.
Your life moves smoother.
Think about it. Every day I wake up, I don't just run a mile, 2 miles. It's the one thing I hate the most to do, and I do it like I love it. 250, 60, 70, 300-mile runs at one time. No sleep.
I don't believe in talent. I'm here because I worked hard my whole life. Without that work, no one in this room would know who I am except my family. So to all the kids around the world watching, paying attention, and aspiring to be like one of us or even on the stage someday, put the work in and watch the magical ride you go on.
That's really difficult for young people. I think more so today than ever at any time in history, because the distractions are so many and they're so engrossing. You know, if you get out of high school, you don't know what to do, and then you start playing video games and you're on social media, a day can slip by like that.
Yeah.
A day becomes a week, becomes a month, becomes a year, and before you know it, you're 30.
Yeah, right.
And you
That's
haven't
for
done
sure. Yeah.
And that's really common. That's really common today.
The world breaks everyone, Travis. The very good, the very gentle, the very brave. And those it doesn't break, it kills. There's no shame in being a broken man. I should know. You just pick up the pieces and start rebuilding.
The scars make the man. Every day I wake up, I say to myself, you have two options right now. Keep dreaming with your dreams or wake up and make it reality. I choose the second option always.
Silence is the new status symbol. Billionaires read books in silence. Losers watch social media on loudspeakers. You stop being a loser the minute you quit the noise and go into silence. Go into focus. Go into deep work. Honor will come.
I had to stop thinking normal. I can no longer be a common man walking around doing common things. You have to make the decision whether you want to be a badass or whether you just want to be mediocre and everything's okay.
If you start today, you're gonna have benefits in the future. Sometimes you don't want to go to the gym. Of course, no. Sometimes I don't go to the but I go because I have a compromise with myself. The most important thing is to have a routine, consistency, not obsession. Good, but the most important thing is the consistency. If you have consistency, you're gonna be good in the future, or you're gonna be better than other ones in the future. The same, if you are not consistent more than other ones, if you don't add something more than other ones, you're never gonna be number one like me.
Consistency is having a goal, and when you wake up that day and you don't feel like it, you still do what you told yourself you was gonna do. That's all consistency is. It is the days you don't feel like doing it, but you look at your wife, you look at your kids, you look at the country, and you realize that I am where I am because of other people's sacrifice. I gotta get up and make it happen, even though I don't wanna get up and make it happen. Go work on your mindset. That's what you need to work on. Go work on your mindset. Get your mindset together.
Non-negotiables. I don't care if you're tired, I don't care if you're sad, I don't care if you're sleepy, if it's raining, if the markets are crashing, if the sky is falling, if your girlfriend just broke up with you, you're gonna get it done, no matter what. This is the level of discipline that I'm expecting from you.
An incessant fight that doesn't stop against weakness and against temptation and against laziness. It's a campaign of discipline. Campaign of hard work and dedication. It's waking up early and going to bed late and grinding out every second in between. Every single day. So, you want to get better? You want to self-improve? Stop looking for a shortcut and go find your alarm clock, and find your discipline, and find your guts and your passion and your drive, and find your will. And then you will find your freedom.
Because I know every motherfucker ain't gonna do what I'm gonna do. So this is how you level up. That's how you level up. Because I know there's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch. Refuse to study a few more hours. Refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gained the advantage.
When I was a kid, my father put me in boxing camp. Middle of summer, 90 degrees. Every day after sparring in that, they'd make you do 100 laps and 50 pull-ups. They'd push you until you either threw up or passed out or both. Anyone could leave at any point. All you had to do was quit.
And let me guess, you didn't quit.
I quit every goddamn day. I just never said it out loud. Because no way was I going to give them the satisfaction of breaking me.
People, please, don't let them bully you. Don't underestimate you. Believe yourself, and everything is possible. Please don't let them break you, because all world was against me. I was underdog, but you think what I was thinking? I don't give a. I believe myself, okay?
That's what people gotta understand. These haters, they know who you are, but you don't know them. There's a reason behind that. You've done something amazing. They've done nothing.
They don't seem to like you very much.
You know, this is part of the game. Success breeds envy, it breeds bitterness. But one thing envy and bitterness will do is hold you back. So I choose not to pay attention to it.
When you're on your way up, everyone roots for you because you remind them of their dreams. When you're at the top, everyone tears you down because you remind them that they gave up on them.
For me, the worst way in life, the biggest way in life to fail is to let motherfuckers know what you want to do.
Never let them know.
Never let them know. So when I disappear, you know I'm doing something.
It's building up.
You know I'm doing something.
The greatest pleasure I've had is trying to do something that everybody says could not be done.
Nothing's ever going to be given to you. Everything's going to be earned. If you don't go out there and put in the work, you don't go out and put in the effort, one, you're not going to get the results. But two, and more importantly, you don't deserve it.
If nobody cares about you, you have two options. You can curl up in a ball and surrender, or you can say screw it to the idea of nobody and step up for yourself. For my whole life, I was curled up in the ball just waiting for someone to come and save me. And none other than a motherfucking crew came to save me. That's me, if that wasn't obvious.
You know, and now I'm here without nothing, away from everyone, and I really took the time to find out, you know, who the enemy was. And it's not that it was the enemy, it was the enemy. The enemy. The enemy. The inner me.
I can't tell you how many times I've been on my own, man. Filled, man, filled. Self-doubt, wondering. Times I don't want to go back to, I'll tell you that much. Times that was so taxing on me. It could have gone either way. They were that intense. I get a little fucking emotional on it, man. I don't want to go back to them because they took everything I had. And at the end of the day, I was still standing. And once still standing on that one time where I committed myself to something. I didn't just say I was going to do it, I fucking did it. I backed my words up with the action. I went for it. No matter what the costs were, I saw it through. Even though it took everything I had to crawl my way to the finish line. But I finished that line. Pride came in. Self-worth. A building block nugget of life that I could stack up to create the character of morality, integrity, and dedication to face any adversity that this fucking society throws at me. That's the seed. That's the building block that will make or break every reality dream into that forefront. It turns the dreams into a walking inspiration for others and a reality that you can put it on the mantle one day and remember yourself.
So what you say to yourself is important. There's no coach, there's no trainer to keep you going. It's only you.
The reason why I wake up at 5 a.m. and I run every morning isn't because I'm a marathon runner or because I'm some kind of triathlete. It's because I hate running, man, and I hate getting up early even more. So I'm starting the day by building a non-negotiable standard for myself, which I've come to realize is the only way we can ever grow and improve. When people say no one's coming to save you, they're not talking about how no one's coming to help you reach your goals. They're talking about how no one's coming to save you from yourself. Because without standards, man, we always lose direction and we always fall back to our lowest automatic systems. Binging, procrastinating, clinging to comfort, and the fucking worst one of all, dude, lacking a desire to change because it's just too difficult and discomfort is so distasteful these days. So when I'm out here in the morning, it's not about mileage, it's not about pace, not really. It's about creating a rhythm and creating a standard and a certainty in a world of uncertainty for how I want to see myself throughout the day. And now I have this new energy that I'll bring to everything else I do, knowing that I said yes to getting just a little bit better today and knowing that I was able to conquer that inner at the crack of dawn. And the rest of the day is cake now. I challenge you to hold yourself to something non-negotiable today. Just give it a try, man. The amount of self-confidence and newfound self-belief will be something that you've never felt before.
Anything that's in your life for excellence, you have to obsess at it and risk everything for it. You have to, or it's not gonna happen. No one's gonna do it for you. But what else are you gonna do? Yeah. You know what I mean? Again, like I said, what's the alternative? Yeah, this sucks, but like, so does a cold plunge, and so does this, and so does that, so does that.
Right.
You gotta really we gotta test our bodies, our limits, to really have real growth.
To live the good way, you have to live the hard way for a while, right? I get to say I'm blessed to buy my childhood home. I have a farm in New York. I have a house in upstate Arizona. I have the house of my dreams. I fly in a private plane. I'm 56 years old. I've been hustling every day of my life since I was 14. Time and hustle and failure and getting kicked in the teeth and what you do in the invisible when you think you're gonna lose it. I know for a fact the both of you have looked in the mirror at one point or multiple times and said, I don't think I can make this. I don't know if this one's gonna work out. I over leveraged myself. What if it doesn't happen? I put all my money in this thing. This deal went sideways. Interest rates went up. The economy shifted. Like, you need all of that to season a man or a woman that can actually handle that level of success. You have to pay your success tax. It's as simple as that. There's no fast path.
If you're willing to suck at something for 100 days in a row, then you could beat most people at most things. The bar for excellence has never been so low. And so most of your competition quits after the first sign of difficulty, the first impasse on the mountain where they don't immediately get it, because they've never known what hard feels like.
It's an urge. It's an urge. Truth be told, every champion has felt it. Every president has felt it. Every king has felt it. Every lion has felt it. Every winner has felt it. Every soldier has felt it. Every victorious person has felt it. The urge to quit. Don't you give up on your dream.
If I have unbelievable big dreams and big goals, then I have to go through hard times. The hard times are a requisite for success. And so if you're going through hard times right now, it means that you're on the path to success, and it's not that you're on the wrong path, it's the feeling of being on the right path.
Resistance is a symptom of the way things are, not the way things necessarily should be. Actual victory belongs to things that simply do not see failure. Let the path push you like a broken branch in a river's current.
What does losing feel like to you?
It's exciting.
Why is it exciting?
Because it means you have different ways to get better. There's certain things that you can figure out, that you can take advantage of, right? Certain weaknesses that were exposed that you need to shore up, right? So it was exciting. I mean, it sucks to lose.
Right.
But at the same time, there are answers there if you just look at them.
There's no losing, only learning. There's no failure, only opportunities. And there's no problems, only solutions.
It's exciting when you win, it's exciting when you lose, because the process should be exactly the same, whether you win or you lose. As you go back and you look and you find things that you could have done better, you find things that you've done well that worked, figure out how did they work, why did they work, how can you make them work again?
Yeah.
Listen, the work is behind the scenes. Competition is the easy part. Behind the scenes is where the work is done. Everything is done to get to that one race that you need to run.
I know it gets hard and the weight gets heavy, but look at all the things we survived already. You stronger than you know, just focus on the goal. The rain is just water that's helping you to grow. I pray you find joy. I pray you find peace. I pray you find self-love. That's all you really need.
You can do whatever the you want. I'm living the whatever the I want life. That's the life I live. Whatever I want, whenever I want. And I have earned that through hard work, through sacrifice, and that's it, through victory.
Doesn't matter where you come from, what you have or don't have, what you lack, what you have too much of, but all you need to have is faith in God, an undying passion for what you do or what you choose to do in this life, and a relentless drive and the will to do whatever it takes to be successful and whatever you put your mind to.
I'd rather go too far than not far enough. The only reward that you get from taking it easy is the fact that in the moment, it's easier. But if you want results, and then you basically just catch yourself slacking off and don't do anything about it, then it kind of sounds like you don't really want those results, you know?
The main problem is we live in a society of boys, not a society of men. Boys talk, men act. Boys play, men build. Boys want power, men earn it. Boys demand respect, men command it. Boys fear pain. Men endure it and transform pain into purpose, into profit.
I am a man with something to prove, and a man with something to prove is a dangerous individual. But at the same time, I am calm. So I will go in calm, dangerous, and look to show the world the new age.
I have to win.
You have to win. God has given me a gift. Only one. I am the most complete fighter in the world. My whole life I trained. For what? I must prove I am worthy of something.
If you want to be really great at something, you kind of have to be out of your mind, but you also have to have an iron will.
Yeah.
How are you going to compete with that man? How are you going to compete with a guy who doesn't care? I'm willing to put in the work. I don't care who's in front of me. I'm going to look at him, and I'm going to say, bet. I'm willing to outwork him.
Like, there's people out there that are just working harder than everybody else, and they're going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And that's their grind, you know, and those people are super valuable. Those people are so valuable.
Yeah.
Because they change everybody's perspective of like what's possible, what to strive for, and what it takes. Like, do you really want to be a champion? Why? Because you just want to be cool? You want to be the coolest guy on the block? Like, that, you're not going to win. You're going to find some psychopath who just lives it. And it's their whole life. And if it's not your whole life, get out. Get out.
I mean, for me, it's simply this is something that is important to get done. And we should just keep doing it, or die trying. And I don't need a source of strength.
So quitting is not even like...
It's not in my nature.
Okay.
And I don't care about optimism or pessimism that we're gonna get it done.
5 or 6 years, I went every single day without missing a single day. I never got sick. I was in the water on Christmas, birthday, holidays, everything. It didn't matter. And I can guarantee you there was probably 100 days where I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to stay in the pool or stay in my bed and not get out. But those were the days where you have to. You have to get up and do something. And as a kid growing up, I believed that. I believed that whatever I put my mind to, and if I was willing to make sacrifices and I was dedicated, that I could achieve absolutely anything. Because I think that's really what separates the good from the great. The greats do things when they don't always want to do them.
But guess what happens? That alarm clock goes off at 4 a.m. to train. I don't want to be a SEAL today. Or I don't want to be whatever today. I'll start tomorrow. And that's the usual pattern of people's lives.
I don't have bad days, man. I may have a bad moment, maybe even a bad hour, but never a bad day. I don't, because I set my own thermostat. But I got so many interesting chapters, man. Master the 3 W's. You gotta want it, you gotta work it, then you gotta win it.
I know that's right.
Now, how bad do you want it? Because if you want it bad enough, you go work it. Then if you do those two, you're gonna win.
I became obsessed. I became obsessed with being the baddest motherfucker that God ever created. Am I that? I don't care. I believe it.
One thing you can't escape is that to be good at anything, you got to put the hours in. It is hard work. You hear about these crazy success stories, but they are one in literally a billion. I mean, for me, the majority of people I've met who haven't inherited anything, but have just built something on their own. They've done it because they're talented, they've got great instincts, and importantly, they have really, really put the hours in.
I've lost my mind on this game, yeah? Like Vincent van Gogh. He dedicated his life to his art and lost his mind in the process. That's happened to me. But, when that gold belt was around my waist, and my mother has a big mansion, and my girlfriend has a different car for every day of the week, and my kids have everything they ever want, then it will pay. Then I'm happy I lost my mind.
I'd like to dedicate this award to all the sneaky Petes of the world who thought that maybe settling for mediocrity was a good idea because it was safe. Don't do it. Take a chance, take a risk, find that passion, rekindle it, fall in love all over again. It's really worth it.